Good morning. So, I just wanted to share a little bit of insights on coaching. I'm nearly at the 1,000 hour mark of coaching, which for me is phenomenal, and over 60 clients in, which for me is phenomenal, without using anybody else as a marker, just judging by my own progress. And last week I took on my second 11-year-old client, and very insightful young man, which caught me off guard because he asked me the question, why do you do what you do? And I thought I knew the answer because when I started my journey, I believed I knew why I was doing what I was doing. And when he asked me the question now, I was caught totally off guard. And I feel my answer to him was because I want to be a better person, which wasn't the reason I started off with. And why I feel that is my primary purpose now is because of the influence we have on each other. Never mind just a coach, a teacher, a parent, on yourself. But the influence we have on each other is so profound. And I noticed through my life that I always wanted to people please. I was always there for people. But it caused so much conflict in me because I didn't know how to be there for me too. And as my evolution as a coach has evolved, I've started to see that the power in each of us comes from better understanding of ourselves. If you don't even know yourself, how is it possible to expect things from other people, to know what is the reason behind your ambition, to know what kind of relationship you want? What we predominantly do then is just project everything that we feel or think we need because we're coming from a subconscious state of mind. And very seldom when we get it, we find we don't even want it. So I feel that for me, what coaching has done for me, more than the hours, more than the clients, more than the income, has been my own evolution. It has been so transformative, very painful, very challenging, but so rewarding. And I guess that's where the analogy of if a tree wants to reach heaven, its roots got to reach hell, right? And the thing is, we don't have to do this. But at the same time, our childhood programs are running all the time. And for so many of us, those are defense mechanisms because, unfortunately, for so many of us, not everyone, but for so many of us, childhood was a time of survival to one degree or other. And as long as those programs are running, even if you don't do any personal development work, those programs are running in a degenerative way. So rather than have them running in a degenerative way, which I'm sure if we introspect on each of us individually, you'll find that somehow those are actually causing degenerative outcomes in our lives. Health, mental, emotional relationships, right? So yes, we don't have to do anything, but we're actually doing something because the program is running, whether we want it to or not. So believing that I don't have to do anything, I'm fine, is fine, but there is something running in the background that is slowly deteriorating the mechanism that is the body and the mind. So we can then decide, okay, well, instead of having it run on autopilot, nose down, crashing into the mountain, to speak metaphorically and not drastically, we can choose to make it conscious, to make it a conscious journey through this life, conscious healing, conscious awareness, conscious choices. And there's so much more to that than just being conscious, is that you start to liberate so much of the fears that we carry. And I spoke about fear and love the other day. And fear is such a dominant emotion for so many of us. And as long as that's running, we're going to be constantly degenerating the system, right? Which is the self. So my whole point about talking about coaching and why this has become more personal for me than ever is because for me to be able to have better relationships, for me to be a better coach, for me to heal young boys, young girls, older boys, older girls, grown men, grown women, I have to be Have to be. I don't like that, but I have to be a better version of me. And I feel this not only serves me as a person and my daughters and the relationships I'm in, but it will serve the whole of the collective. So the greatest gift we can give ourselves and anybody else is to do a little bit of putting the brakes on and starting to look a little bit inside. Because as long as we're accelerating without conscious awareness, we are running downhill. I'm being very bold and I want to be provocative, but I feel it's very, very powerful to ask, who am I? What is running me? What is behind my actions, my beliefs, my projections? And get a deeper understanding, because even if you don't, like I said, well, it's happening anyway. We can't avoid that, right? But at least we can take control and make conscious choices. Okay, let me look at what is it that is me. Coaching has been a wonderful experience for me. I can't recommend it highly enough. My coach, when we meet every 2 weeks, brings things out to me, and I'm in the stage in my life where I was telling myself, I know enough. And then every time I meet a new client, from this 11-year-old boy evoked things in me, to my own coach evoking things in me, and then bringing that out into my relationships, it's so powerful. You find peace at the same time as you find there's some digging to do. I encourage everybody to do a bit of coaching. I really, really encourage you to do just a few sessions and see what it brings you. And try different coaches. Don't just sit with one, because different people have different energies and bring different things. But it's such a powerful experience, one way or another. I know I'm advocating for my profession, but I can't speak highly enough of what it's done for me and what I see it doing for every single person I touch, even outside of a coaching journey, because I'm starting to be a better version of me. I tell myself. Anyway, thank you for listening. I wish you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever you face in your life right now, face it with love. Face it with love, because anger can be faced with love. Pain, resentment, rage, disappointment can be faced with love, and you see what it does. Wishing you a great day. Thanks for listening.